Hi, T-Rat with OPSol Texas here. Not talking about the OPSol mini clip today. We're talking about that Texas staple brisket. Once a quarter, we do a cook for our local DAV. And today, we're going to do a test. But first, a story. So, about a quarter century ago, I was just moving back to Texas and I was invited on a hunt. All my hunting shotguns were still in New Orleans, but I had one left. It just happened to be a Benelli semi-auto M1, but I wasn't going to say no to a hunt, so I still went. I turned out to be the brunt of jovial insult and ridicule. But anyways, we went on the hunt. Unfortunately, like I said, I was the brunt of these jokes and such, and so when you go hunting, we were hunting for pheasant, and so we had hunter, hunter, hunter. Way in the middle is the guy with the cannon, and then way over some more, and then you had hunter, hunter, hunter. Anyways, long story short, we didn't even see a pheasant that day. Didn't even see a rabbit. But we were invited, this friend of mine and myself, we were invited to have lunch with the other hunters. And so we went to this shed, this big giant shed, and they had this huge spread of food, which was uncommon for me when I was coming up. We ended up with like leftover hurricane food for lunch. You know, if you got spam and crackers, you must have done something really good. Anyways, go in there, and there was this beef wrapped up in aluminum foil, and I had some of this, and it was like the best thing off a cow I could ever imagine. So I didn't say anything because I'd already made a spectacle of myself earlier. But when I got back in the truck with my friend, I asked him what that was, and he told me that it was brisket. So for the next few years, I'd go places, these barbecue joints, and I'd ask for brisket. And I was consistently disappointed because it wasn't what I remembered when I was hunting with these guys. Well, years later, I was at a function and the guy was cutting up the brisket, and I saw that part of the brisket, and it reminded me of, say, the cap part of a ribeye. And I started asking him questions, and he explained to me that there is a flat and that there is a point, and that, oddly enough, what folks will do at barbecue joints is this is way back in the day. This is before your burnt ends and your moist brisket and your fatty brisket and all that you have today. Back then, a lot of places they would cut that point off, turn it into chopped beef, or some of them would cut it off before they even smoked it and grind it into hamburger meat. Anyways, the point to me is the best part of the whole cow. So the experiment that we're going to do today is we're going to take a point that's been separated from the Packer brisket, that's the both parts together, and then a Packer brisket, and we're going to smoke them both, and then we're going to see which one's better. Is it better where it's removed ahead of time, or does it have to be on the whole Packer brisket to get to that unctuous, juicy, flaky, absolute wonder of meats? So anyways, just stick with us. I did some footage and of the cook, and we'll just check it out and see how everything turned out. Okay. Okay, so here we have the Packer on your right weighing in at 11.43 pounds, and the point on your left weighing in at 3.25 pounds. Pretty disappointed in the point. Butcher didn't leave me any fat cap whatsoever. You see the kosher salt and the pepper up top. I'm gonna go and trim up this Packer brisket and season them both with the 50-50 mixture of kosher salt and black pepper. Okay, well there's our Packer all trimmed up. There you see the trimmings in the middle. Used a Serenity blade. Russell Montgomery of Houston made that. Anyways, on the left you still see the point. Both are all seasoned up with that 50-50 mixture
of kosher salt and black pepper. Okay, well, it's time to get the pit all ready. See you in a bit. Okay, we are smoking. This is a Primo Kamado. We started about 6 a.m. because there was some rain coming. We're using apple, oak, and hickory. The oak is post oak. Anyways, the point is running about 147, and the whole Packer Brisket that I trimmed is running about 127. It's been about 2 hours. 275 was our target temp, and that's where we are. The plan is to probably wrap the point in aluminum foil because of the lack of fat the fat that was trimmed off, and then we'll wrap the Packer Brisket in butcher paper at about 165. So that's where we are. Take care. Okay guys, we're gonna go in right quick, put a piece of post oak on and jiggle our coals a little bit. Okay, coals are doing good. There's our point barking up a little bit. Let's see. Looking good. All right, we're gonna close it. Okay. Let that fire get back up to 275. All right. Okay guys, we are still holding at 275 degrees, about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours in. As you can see, 156 on the point, 146 on the Packer. Getting ready with my pink butcher paper and my 50-50 spritz of Worcestershire and water, just like Aaron Franklin says. All right, got to go pack some mini clips. Okay guys, this is the point. It, believe it or not, started to stall around 159. So I didn't want it to dry out because, like I've said, it doesn't have any fat. I know it's got the intramuscular fat, but still, I'm not trusting it. I went ahead and pulled it. I'm going to spray it with the Worcestershire and water. Spray it real good, and then I'm going to wrap it in foil and put it back on the pit. All right. Okay, so here we are. Everything's done. I ended up pulling both of these off at 199 degrees at different times, and I, as you know, we wrapped this one in butcher paper. We wrapped this one in aluminum foil. So they've been resting for a while. I have the fat cap down on this. I cooked the Packer with the fat down the whole time. So here we are. I'm going to take a few slices out of here and see how it came up. Remember, what I was trying to do was compare the point by itself with the point actually on the Packer. And I'm thinking, and I'm still thinking, that the point is going to come out better when it's still attached. So let's see what we have here. Here. This bottom piece is more like the point that I'm accustomed to. You can see the marbling in there. I'm gonna try this piece right here. Yeah, see, that's more like it. So that looks good right there. And I'm going to compare that to a couple slices off of the Packer. So I'm going to separate the flat. Okay. Put that there. And then let's go in here. All right, so we're gonna cut against the grain. Yeah. See, it's still a lot of fat there, but then you have that looks more tender. So you have that versus that. They both came up pretty good. So anyways, as far as tasting goes, oh, that's good. And then we'll pull a piece of this off. Dude, I gotta go with the point that's attached to the Packer. But anyways, there you have it. And I'll get the rest of these guys off the pit and get all this together for the DAV. Thank you so much.